everybody, welcome back to another Morowak Monday video. I thought today we could talk about how to prepare to create a story as lifelike as possible when what you're creating is fiction, a complete made-up world. And it's kind of funny how we're talking about preparing to write a book like that when I have not actually prepared one bit for this video. We're just gonna kind of wing it. That's just the mood we're in today. I was giving a last edit of Journey Through Morowak, ta-da! And I was figuring, you know, well, how does one get into this kind of mode? And I found this article that I forwarded on to Mark because it was all about how you deal with a spouse who writes fiction, or is it fantasy, or is it fantasy fiction? I'm not entirely sure. I gotta look it back up, but it applied to him because here I am creating a world from scratch. It's not like I can just go out and find it in the real world or look it up. I can't Google all this, so I have to create it myself. And eventually, everybody will be able to Google it because it's just going to be out there. But for right now, it's all in here, which is dangerous, scary. But alas, it's there, and I'm trying to do something about it. But I figured, you know, I would love to get some extra input on how to harness the craziness that is trying to create a fictional world. Any advice from other authors out there who are also creating fiction, because I'm doing what I can, but I always want to grow and I always want to learn more and become better. So what I do is I flood myself with music and movies that are of the same genre that what I'm trying to do. And so obviously the Morowak books are all in the medieval era. Now, yeah, it's my own made up world, but I still want it to stay true to that era. It is important to me. I want to properly represent that time period, and I do that by watching movies that are of the same era, unless they're like parodies, because that's just confusing. But watching the movies, and even then, like the people who really immerse themselves in that time period, they'll be like, oh, that's not right. Oh, you know, they did not do that. They did not speak that way. I want to meet those people. So I want to get my butt to the very next Renaissance fair that I possibly can. I do have a couple of girlfriends that are rather in tune to all of it as well, and I am definitely going to reach out to them for their feedback. And then, and that would be a fun video, heading to the Renaissance fair. Anyways, I digress. We do this a lot here at KP Inc. Oh my gosh, Jeremy Soule. I apologize. Absolutely in love with his music. If you're watching my Skyrim Let's Play, he is the one who wrote all of it. And the previous two Elder Scrolls as well, if I'm not mistaken, Morrowind and Oblivion. So he's such an accomplished composer. It's bam, as well as Howard Shore, Lord of the Rings, amongst many others as well. But those two soundtracks are like my soundtrack for Journey Through Morowak. Those two, the Lord of the Rings, the Hobbits, and Skyrim soundtrack. I was lucky enough to get this baby signed by Mr. Jeremy himself, and I absolutely love it. It's a 4-part. It goes through everything, and track 17 on disc 3. If you all get your hands on it, it is stunning. It is chillingly perfect. It is perfect. It is beautiful. And I'm not even going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to give you anything other than that. I would suggest getting this. Get your hands on this because it is fantastic. And then, of course, the Lord of the Rings ones too. It's all. I just listen to it on repeat. Listen to it on repeat. That's what I'm doing. When I'm editing, when I'm writing new stuff, that's what I listen to. I don't listen to anything that has words in it because lyrics will take you out of that place you need to go into to create a story of fiction, a world of fiction, things that are not actually out there in real life. Yeah, it is not easy getting there. I am able to edit a little bit easier with chaos going around than I am actually writing. Getting everything out there, writing it before you even have a chance to fine tune it, I need quiet. I need some place where I'm not going to get phone calls, where I am not going to get interrupted, where I can't be on call as a mama. I've got to be able to shut all of that off. And it sucks and it's so difficult because that's my number one job. But I can't hear my family. I can't hear my dogs because when I hear them, that thing clicks in my brain that says they need attention. I need to help them. And boom, you're out of your fictional world. You are not in there anymore. Getting into that place where you are at your peak to create something completely new, it's tough. And I know that I have to prepare the way that I do. The headphones are on, the music is playing, I have my do not disturb sign up, and God help me if anybody tries to poke their heads in at this time, because I have to turn away, I have to ignore it, and I have to keep going. Unless there's something broken or someone's bleeding or, that obviously that takes precedence. It has to be a lot of blood. So, in taking my own advice, I think I need to close some doors, put on some headphones, find my music, and get into that place, get into that groove so I can finish this edit and be done with it. Because this right here is the final time I'm putting ink on this blessed book. Book 1 is completely and totally done. And the next step we have is finding that right publishing company. So I have plans on how we are going to do that together. Fingers crossed, it's gonna be good. Please tell me how you guys prepare. Tell me how you get in that zone. Because if I can find something that also helps me out to better zonify myself, I'm all for it. So have a wonderful day. Keep being awesome. Keep creating. And let me know what you think. We'll see you later. Bye.